How many people have said you need a healthy glycocalyx? Have you heard that out there?
Only from guests on the show.
That's it, right? But ultimately, the glycocalyx is like the most important part of the whole story.
We'll go there. Give us the 101 on what that is and how we take care of it.
The glycocalyx is the shield and the barrier of every cell of your body. It's the transmitter and the receiver of every single cell of your body. It's the electromolecular area of the cells that holds water and creates the electrically charged water that we call gel, the gel layer. And that's where everything happens. But it's not just on the outside of the cell, it's on the inside. It's related to the DNA. It's related to the nucleus, the ribosomes, and the endoplasmic reticulum, and the Golgi apparatus. It's connected to the sperm, the egg, the embryo, the uterus. Without the right glycocalyx, the glycobiome, a sperm and egg cannot unite. An embryo cannot implant to the uterus. A baby likely can't be born without a proper glycocalyx. This is the sugar layer that's on every cell of your body that is critical for keeping the microbes away and also signaling the immune system to act and react and to move and to show up. And so there are about 9 sugars in the human body. There are hundreds of sugars, by the way, but there are 9 critical sugars for glycosylation. Now, glycosylation is the addition of a sugar onto a protein being made. If you think about it, every cell of our body, its primary function is to make proteins. 100% of proteins made in 100% of cells are post-translationally modified. That means amino acids are stacked to make a protein, and then either a sugar or a methyl group or hydroxyl group or other metabolic processes happen to change the protein to its proper shape, charge, pH, and function. I believe the highly damaging environment and diet we live in has damaged mostly the post-translational modification and glycosylation of those proteins to contribute to every disease we have. And this sugar layer, it lines the gut, it lines the teeth, it lines the mouth, and it's damaged. Now you have basically erosion. Once you have erosion, the microbes try to get in, the inflammatory cells come to try to protect you. But since it's always happening 24/7, 365 from the day you're born to the day you die, it's a miracle we even exist. But sugar will dissolve sugars. And these are some simple concepts in chemistry. Since we eat a high sugar diet, the glycobiome of the gut is damaged. That's one of the first places where you get leaky gut and you get damage to our body. And so without the proper glycobiome, nothing works in the body. And the majority of many diseases are diseases of abnormal or damaged glycosylation. Now, the opposite of glycosylation is glycation. And glycation is the abnormal binding of a sugar to a protein or any other substance, which essentially changes the transmitter or the antenna. So if you have a damaged antenna or transmitter, it cannot receive the signal or send the signals for every cell to perform properly. Our brain can't think properly. We can't see, hear, smell, or taste properly. Our heart doesn't work normal, our muscles don't work normally, our nerves don't work normally, and our reproduction doesn't work normally. So we've heard of hemoglobin A1C,
Yeah.
which is glycated hemoglobin as it rises. We measure this and we say, is there damage to the blood, to the red blood cells of our body? And we measure it because the more plants, protein, low fat, sugar laden diets we consume, we damage every cell of our body. But one measurement is the hemoglobin A1C. When it's elevated, it says, you have damage from excess sugar, which we correlate that with diabetes type 1 or type 2, but typically type 2. And so by removing the toxins to our body, which are mostly from plants and lean meat, we reduce the oxidative damage and the glycation. We allow the normal healing of the glycobiome, normal glycosylation, and normal functioning of every protein produced in the body, which is critical for the normal function of everything going on in our body. That's the 101.
That was great. So we know a big part of this is the diet, avoiding the non-fatty meats and the plants. But to take proper care of the glycans, anything else we can do other than eating the way you've been describing, the fatty red meat?
This is my simple. I show this picture because it's a good simple. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, Kiltz's ice cream, salt, one meal a day. Now, you can eliminate the ice cream. Some people can't tolerate the milk or creams. Some people can't tolerate butter. And then some people can't tolerate eggs. But fatty meat, salt is like the healthiest thing we can eat. And this isn't a complicated science experiment. To me, science has kind of gotten in the way of this story forever. And, you don't have to, I'm missing my minerals and vitamins. No, you're not. If you eat the fatty meat, to me, rare to raw is the best thing. You're going to be fine.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch a full episode. I'll see you over there.
If you want to domesticate a lion or a wolf, feed them plants. You want to domesticate a human being? Feed them plants. And it's really as simple as that. Any cut of meat is good, but the fattiest cut is best. And throw in some more